It is here we see the wild Bruno. Oh, it seems to have noticed us. Let's not make a noise to make it run away. Gosh darn it, Steve.
Now, everyone likes animals, but some animals are quite dangerous for those who want to approach them. And why would you approach them to begin with? So, here are the top 5 most dangerous animals that you do not want to mess with. Number 5 is the bear. The bear only attacks when it's territorial, whether it's protecting a baby, or whether you look menacing to it. The only way to get away from a bear is if you lay on the ground like this, with your hands behind your head like this, while you're laying on the ground. Make sure you have a backpack right behind you, just so that the bear's claws don't rip into your back, and then it reveals that you're not actually dead. Because that's a play dead move, because if the bear senses that you're dead, then it'll walk away instead of eating you. So if you don't do this, you're going to be mauled to death. The bear that you have to avoid is the black bear, the most aggressive bear out of all of them. So whatever you do, if you go to a bear's den, stay out of it, no matter how good those Pringles are. Number 4 is the crocodile. The crocodile is a reptile that lives in rivers and sometimes in salt waters or even in your own swimming pool. So many people have died in lots and lots of Indian countries or African countries or whatever countries out there that have crocodiles. Lots of people have died there. It goes over the 200 mark. The biggest known crocodile ever recorded is Gustav. Gustav is a big saltwater crocodile that is probably 150 years old by now. And he is rumored to have killed over 300 or more people. Do you believe that? Seriously, if I had a pet crocodile, I would buy one when it's little and I would call it Snapper. Once it's fully grown, I'm putting it in the wild because I do not want to have my arm chopped off like Pennywise did to Georgie. Number 3 is the Anaconda. The Anaconda is a giant snake that, well, it's not venomous, but it's a constrictor. What's a constrictor? What's the difference between a constrictor and a venomous snake? A venomous snake just needs one bite, needs to wait patiently, and then the victim goes in a couple seconds. Because the venom from, or the chemicals inside the venom, inside the snake's venom, that he ejects from the fangs, actually contain a few neurotoxins that shut down the cardiovascular systems and stuff like that of the prey item, and then the snake has got its meal. How is that different to a constrictor? A constrictor is a snake that wraps around you like a rope around your neck, or something like that, and squeezes so tight that the air within you just comes out, where you couldn't breathe. It's kind of like that one grandma that hugs you so hard that you can't breathe and never stops hugging you until you pass out. It's kind of like that, but more dangerous, because at least your grandma isn't gonna eat you after it. Because what the snake does is, in order to eat you, he has to break your bones. Yes, the constriction breaks your bones and gets rid of the air within your lungs. So therefore, that's how the snake eats you. Not only because it just separates the bottom jaw and it makes the mouth a lot wider so that you can fit right down its throat, but it has to squish you and break your bones in order for you to fit easily. Otherwise the snake might explode like this snake right here. Youch. That was a painful appetite if you ask me. Number 2 is the shark. Which shark? Pretty much the 3 main suspects of man killers. Whether great whites, bull sharks, or tiger sharks, the most aggressive out of the 3 is the bull shark. The reason why? It's because of its name. The bull shark. The bull is normally one of the most aggressive animals. Despite being a vegetarian, it is very territorial. What the bull shark does is it bumps to test what the item is that he can't see in front of him if the water is too murky, or it will use its mouth to try and feel for stuff, because they can't use their fins to feel for stuff because they don't they don't bend their fins. They just keep them like this, like they're doing the T-pose. And those fins only work as aerodynamics, I guess you could say, hydrodynamics, something like that. And the shark mainly uses its teeth because it's their way of feeling whatever they can put their mouths on. And there is a story in 1916 in which 4 people were brutally murdered by a couple sharks whilst one person survived. 2 people in Manawan Creek, another in Beach Haven, another in Raritan Bay, and one in a place near Manawan Creek. So, yeah, 5 people were attacked, 1 survived, 4 dead. The most gruesome attack was Lester Stillwell, who was 11 years old, and he was epileptic. That's the thing. That's the thing, because that's more disturbing than the shark attack itself. Imagine if Lester Stillwell had an epileptic seizure after seeing the shark go, you know. And speaking of which, that story did inspire the movie Jaws by inspiring Peter Benchley to write the novel, and then Steven Spielberg reading the novel and making the movie. So, there's some facts for you. And number 1 is the Tasmanian devil. Sure, it may look small, but gosh darn, it's aggressive. Because how it eats its prey, it's basically simple. It burrows within the prey and does the familiar alien chest burster, in which it bursts out of the prey item after eating. And believe me, when it's territorial or something, if you hear the noises, it really sounds like a devil. It's like this, for example. It's like this. Something like that. So he basically pops out of the victim and then just goes back in and starts finishing the rest of them. So those were the top 5 most aggressive animals you should stay away from and never bother to touch. And those times I mentioned other animals in there, they did not count. They were just primarily being used as examples. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed, please drop a like and also comment below your opinion. Comment below your favorite animal, whether dangerous or not. And also check out my Twitter for more notifications on these videos. And click that subscribe button along with that bell. And also stay out of these animals' territories, or else you're going to be invited to the brave party. And it's not a fun one. Trust me, I've been there. Who am I kidding? No, I haven't. I sure hope not. But then again, it's gonna happen regardless because I'm still early on in my life, and it's gonna be a matter of time until I fully die of like whatever disease that kills me, whether cardiac arrest or something like that. But we'll get to those diseases and all those deadly things in the next video once I get the idea for it. Sorry, the camera cut out. I should really put a script here on the side so that I know what to say and then record myself saying it. Like that I could just rehearse, and then record myself saying it. If I have a few screw-ups, then I might retake it, and then cut out parts that I don't want. Anyway, and I'll see you soon. Peace.